order, please. Call the roll.
Ms. Collins?
Here.
Mr. Reno? Dr. McFadden? Mr. Monk?
Here.
Ms. O'Neill? Mr. Rickman?
Here.
Mrs. Walker?
Here.
Ms. O'Neill had a previous engagement. She said she would do her best to be here. A quorum has been established. Next on the agenda is the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is citizens' comments. This is the portion of the meeting where you, the citizens, can address the board with any of your questions, comments, or concerns. We ask that you come to the microphone, state your name and address. Be mindful that you have 3 minutes by which to make your inquiries. Also be mindful you may not receive a response to your particular inquiry here this evening. And last but not least, I ask that you address all questions, comments, concerns to the chair. The agenda is now open for citizens' comments.
Good evening. Shirley Monk, 155 Cass Avenue. I'm the school social worker for Mount Clemens Schools. Well, one of the school social workers. We also have a school social worker over at Seminole Academy. I'm here tonight to express my gratitude and appreciation to our churches, community partners, citizens of Mount Clemens and surrounding cities, business owners, and our teaching and support staff and their families for their kindness and generosity in financially supporting our students and their families during the school year and especially during the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. And they do it without wanting any type of public recognition. Therefore, I'm not going to name names. Again, to everyone, I say thank you for your support.
Thank you for those comments.
Good evening, Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. I come here to speak on the, if I'm saying it right, ESSER funding that was allegedly gotten in the schools. I wasn't aware of the community meeting that was had, but I have been saying it all along, that these youth have to be trained in a vocational kinds of programs because everybody's not college material. Everybody can't play basketball, everybody can't play football. So how do we make sure that they have a viable living once they leave school? I was a union rep for 12, 14 years. There are programs out here. This state is short 200,000 to 300,000 skilled trades. I don't care what it is, plumbers, pipe fitters, carpenters, all the rest. And a lot of the unions were paying people up to $20,000 just to come in and learn, or hopefully we can get with these unions to how they can impact the process here in this school as far as implementing a vocational kind of program. And I would like to see that done. And hopefully we can use some of the funding for that.
Thank you for your comments. The agenda is still open for citizens' comments. Last call, citizens' comments. Hearing and seeing none, moving the agenda. Next on the agenda, action item 5, under tonight's consent agenda, 5A, approval of minutes. A1, November 17th, 2021, regular meeting. A2, December 9th, 2021, special meeting. A3, December 9th, 2021, Committee of the Whole work session. B, approval of bills for payment. C, policies for second reading and adoption. The chair would entertain a motion relative to the consent agenda.
So moved.
Moved by member Monk,
Support.
second by support member, heard you first, Ms. Walker. Any questions, comments, concerns on the motion on the floor?
Just some comments.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, as a secretary, I did review all the minutes and everything seemed to be in order. I did, as part of the finance committee, we did go through bills of payment, everything seems in order. And also for the policies for a second reading, because I'm the chair of the policy committee, we reviewed those and everything seemed in order for a second reading and adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Monk. Any additional questions, comments? I'd just like to input, I did speak with the chair of the policy committee regarding the placement of the second reading and adoption of the policies, particularly in situations and instances where they're either state mandated or federally mandated. We can't make any changes in them, and if we wanted to, we talked about these particular policies at the first reading. We talked about them at the work session, so I asked the chair of the committee, would he be okay if we put that under the consent agenda, because we can't change anything. Matter of fact, even if we don't adopt these policies, they become policy anyway, because they're mandated from the state or the feds. So that's why the second reading and adoption of the policies appear under the consent tonight, as opposed to the action items as we've done in the past. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Hearing or seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Monk?
Yes.
Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Reno?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes, motion carries. Item 6, Policy Committee, A, policies for first reading. Mr. Monk?
I'm all over this thing up there.
Hey.
Thank you, Mr. President. We did review the policy number 8550.06, new COVID-19 vaccination testing and face covering policy. Things are being kind of talked about at the state, and this kind of goes towards the OSHA and MyOSHA. But what we did is that we reviewed the policy and we are submitting it to the board for first reading, because we want to have it on the books instead of not having it not on the books. So if we have it on the books, then we're ready to go forward once the state makes their decision on what's going on with the MyOSHA rule. If I missed anything.
Now, is there anything, and I apologize, I did not read the policy in depth enough. Any particular mandatory things that MyOSHA is moving forward that this board would have to adopt, but then have issues with implementing?
No, because we as a board really have already adopted the most stringent going forward as far as COVID face masks, students wearing it, faculty wearing it, and we got the test machines up front. So we're ahead of the 8 ball. So yeah, nothing really as far as going on as far as what we have to do. We just want to have this particular policy on the books going forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an action item.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr.
Go ahead.
President. I move to have policy 8450.06 go forward and be voted on for first reading.
It's been moved by Member Monk to approve the first reading, adopt the first reading of policy 8450.60. It's a new COVID-19 vaccination, testing, and face covering policy. Is there a second?
Support.
Second. Member Walker. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I just want to,
Yes.
I heard you say
I'm sorry.
8450.60, it's 8450.06.
You're right. I read it cross-eyed.
That's that dyslexia kicking in.
Yeah, it kicks in from that time to time. I can control it a little better than I did when I was
I
in
know
school.
that's right.
Yes, that's what I meant. What'd you say?
What she said.
Any additional questions, comments, or concerns? Thank you for the correction, Ms. Collins. Seeing or hearing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Monk?
Yes.
Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Reno?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the establishment, item 7, organizational meeting. In January, the board elects its new officers. It assigns approve various accounts to go into certain financial institutions. We approve certain agreements with legal counsel and some other things that we do at the organizational meeting. Since we don't have an organizational meeting date set, therefore we're doing that today, and I believe it has to be done before the second Monday of January, if I'm not mistaken. I could just, okay, so. Before the 10th of January.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can get our calendars out and we can start trying to figure it out. It
Mr.
has to be
President.
done before the 10th.
Mr. President, I suggest that we have our organizational meeting on the 5th of January at 6:30 p.m.
Moved by Member Monk to hold the organizational meeting January 5th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. in this media center.
Support.
Second by Ms. Collins. Any questions, comments, concerns, conflict of interest? Don't think you can make it? You'll still be on vacation in Aruba somewhere?
Right.
Yeah, right. I can only wish, right?
Yep.
Seeing or hearing none? And, we got people still looking at their calendars, so.
I'm good. January 5th is good for me.
Mr. President, you ain't got your computer today?
Right here.
Oh,
All right. Boy, we looking all professional today.
Right here.
Everybody got their computers. So, all right, Miss Janine. Where your computer at?
Right here.
Right.
Oh,
Right here.
put it out.
Right here.
And you know what? You picked,
This is my right-hand person.
Right.
Okay.
you nailed a good date.
All right. Any additional questions, comments, concerns, conflicts? Hearing and seeing none, call the roll, please.
Okay, Mr. Monk?
Yes.
Ms. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Reno?
Yes.
Dr. McFadden?
yes.
Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes, the motion carries. Next on the agenda, item 8 on the informational items. Item 8A, financial report. Any questions, comments, concerns on the financial reports? 8B, questions, comments, concerns, open purchase order listings. Item C, any questions, comments on the contract listings? D, any questions regarding facilities listings? Hearing and seeing none, moving to item 9, superintendent's comments. Madam Superintendent.
Thank you. First, I'd like to start my comments I'd just like to begin by sending our love to the community of Oxford Schools, and also to remember that today it will be 9 years since Sandy Hook. They're all tragic milestones and unnecessary deaths. Whew, okay. Maureen Cosenza. As a part of the after-school program, Rock That Gives Back, Sean Lee provided a motor coach to bring our kids to an awards banquet on December 9th. Our students were the only ones invited to this banquet. They gave awards to various artists, and Miss Kazenza won or received the Selfless Investor Award for using her own funds for art supplies for her students, as well as field trips. Ms. Kazenza was awarded $3,000 for art supplies and $5,000 for her own use, well deserved. She was asked to spend this on herself. I certainly hope that she does. The students enjoyed a semi-formal banquet with a DJ and a digital photo wall. Many of our students received random door prizes like Panera Bread certificates, chocolates, and other stuff. It was designed so that our students could see that there are actual career opportunities in the field of photography and creative arts. Maureen Kazenza has opened many doors for her students through her art projects, and honestly, just by being here at Mount Clemens High School and Middle School, she has touched every single student on this campus at least once during their career here in Mount Clemens. I would also like to thank the community for attending our meaningful conversation regarding the ESSER 3 grant funds. The grant was submitted yesterday. It was due today, so we were pretty, I like to get things done before they're due. There will be an update to the Finance Committee at our January meeting, and then a full board update at our January work session. All of your input, all of your comments, and your thoughts were considered and honored in the grant. I would also like to thank and honor Mr. Al Herbert. He's a Mount Clemens resident and artist. He donated 3 works of art to our school. The first one is As I Lay Dying. It's a framed quote by William Faulkner, which based on a novel that he wrote in 1930 that was considered to be one of the best novels of the 20th century. This print has a quote from the novel and a drawing by A.G. Smith from 1971. A.G. Smith was born in New Mexico, grew up in North Carolina. He was an instructor of printmaking and figure drawing at Morehead State University. He lived many, many years in Detroit. He's currently living in Canada. His work has been shown in numerous juried exhibitions, and he has had many one-person shows. The second pastel is a dry pastel, and this was created by Mr. Al Hebert himself. It's a painting of a painter painting a portrait, and it's just lovely. Every time I look at it, I see something different and something even more interesting, and that's what art is supposed to do. The third is a Charles McGee sketch. It's a small print. Charles McGee was an American artist and educator who was known for creating paintings, assemblages, and sculptures. His artwork is in the collection of the Detroit Institute of Arts. He's actually got a sculpture there, and the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. He also has several large-scale public works in the city of Detroit, and he died this past February of 2021. At this point, I would also like to take the opportunity to introduce Mr. Bill Melching. He is with us on Zoom today. Bill has accepted the offer to take on the CFO open position here. This is something we talked about in our Personnel Committee meeting, but we had been doing some negotiations and we just firmed it up this week. He officially begins in January, but he will be here to help us on Monday with our Partners in Architecture meeting, and also we have some negotiations tomorrow afternoon with the MCEA, and he'll be present with that on Zoom. He's been the Director of Business Services, handling budget development, bond projects, state reporting for deficit districts, facility construction management, which we will be needing, food service, transportation, and labor negotiations. We're really excited to have him on board, and you'll all have an opportunity to meet him in January at our committee meetings and scheduled board meetings. We've been looking for a replacement since August, and we are really pleased to invite Bill Melching to join us. And Bill, if you'd like to say hello to the board, I'm not sure how that works, but I know that.
Yeah. Good evening, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve the student, staff, community of the school district and the board, and we will do our best to make it a great place, a better place.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I hope that everyone has a safe and restful break. And remember, wear your masks when you are out in public, please. The Omicron variant is here in Michigan, and we just all need to be safe and careful because we want everybody back in January. Those are my comments.
Thank you, Madam Superintendent. Any questions of the superintendent? Committee reports. Any information coming out of the Business Finance Committee?
Nothing new to report.
Thank you, sir. Any questions of the chair? Mr. Lindenberg, Community Coalition.
I do not have a coalition report, but I would like to do some liaising if I may. The Optimist Club is doing their essay contest again that was announced this week. It is a $2,500 scholarship. The theme this year is reaching your goals by choosing optimism. The application for the essay is on the homepage of the website, and the deadline for the application is January 31st. So the kids go through a local round, then they go through a regional, and then I believe they go to the state level. Does that sound right, Mr. Rickman? And then there's, so I mean, there's several levels of this with different scholarships available along the way. So that's coming up. And Tinsel Tour, if you haven't seen it, it's in downtown Mount Clemens. Several businesses and churches bought Christmas trees, and this year they went through Macomb Place, and they decorated Macomb Place with homemade Christmas trees, as well as the actual tree this year in front of the gazebo. We have an actual tree this year, which is quite nice. And if you are interested in nominating someone for the Local Treasure Award, that will start in January as well. That's for any resident that you wish to, a lifelong resident or a business owner, somebody that's been a stalwart in our community that you'd like to recognize. The application for the Local Treasure Award is on the city website as well, and I believe they'll be announcing that in February. So if you have somebody in mind you'd like to nominate for the Local Treasure Award, Ruthie was one of them. She was a local treasure, and of course she is a local treasure. That's open now as well. I believe that's all the liaising I have to do, except from on behalf of everybody at the cable station. Happy holidays, please be safe, Merry Christmas, all the wonderful things from the next couple of months, and I'm happy you're doing well.
Might as well, since you're there, your next don't have a report.
Education Foundation? No, but I am working with Matthew King on the Everyone Eats Scholarship. He provided 7 seniors last year with $500, and he just provided me a video, which I have running in the schools. We're putting his new application on the website, so that's a new local scholarship on behalf of our own alumni, Matthew King. So I've been working with Matthew the last couple of weeks on getting the promotion out for that. So the Education Foundation, so we got 2 scholarships out there. So.
All right.
All right.
And he has quite a bit more this year than he did last year, I believe,
Yeah, he's.
in terms of money.
If you ever met Matthew and the King family, they are all very forward. They get what they want. They are very steadfast people, and it's a great family.
Yep.
We're lucky to have them. All right, Merry Christmas,
sir.
everyone.
Policy, anything new and exciting that you didn't talk about earlier, Mr. Moore?
Nothing new to report.
All right. There wasn't a legislative committee meeting at the county level this month.
You didn't do curriculum personnel.
I'm sorry, curriculum personnel.
We're good.
Oh, nothing, okay. That brings us to board comments. Ms. Collins.
I just am wishing everybody happy holidays, and I hope that everybody stays safe and healthy throughout into the new year. Also, I wanted to address, I know it's not normal to address comments, but with Ms. Stevens, with some of her vocational opportunities, I do want to say that the HVAC program did start, I believe, last week. So the kids are up and running in the HVAC program, and they can sign up. 15 kids per class, I believe, is what it holds. We did get a donation for additional equipment, so there are, I believe, 7 furnaces now in there for the kids to work on and take apart and put back together. And also the legal assistant program will be starting in January. That will be an after-school program where kids can learn the basic concepts of legal procedure and be introduced to all the support positions that are right here in our community. So I'm really excited for both of those two programs, and for more to come. So if anybody has an idea and wants to volunteer, reach out. Please reach out. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. Mr. Reno.
Excuse me. I just want to wish everybody a very, very happy, very healthy and safe holiday break into the new year. If you're going out and doing some last minute Christmas shopping, or in my case, all of your Christmas shopping in the stores, this coming weekend, please mask up to slow the spread. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Reno. Dr. McFadden.
Yes, this is going to be our last board meeting for the year, so I got to say Happy New Year's before the year gets here. I wish all my board members safe and prosperous end of year and beginning of new year. Looking forward to seeing what the new year brings for the district. A lot of great things I hear across the table in the board, so I'm very excited to hear it. And January 5th, I'll be here, 6:30. Those are my comments.
Thank you, Dr. McFadden. Mrs. Walker.
I just want to reiterate what my fellow board members said, and I wish everybody a very safe and a very happy Christmas, and spend that downtime with your family and enjoy and make memories. Those are my comments.
Kind of memory.
Good memories.
Oh, okay.
Or crazy if it's my family, it all depends.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. I'd like to say welcome to Bill, our new financial director or business services, or whatever his title is. Welcome aboard based on what the superintendent talked about, and she introduced you to us. Looks like all the boxes were checked in terms of the challenges we've had or we currently have, and we look forward to working with you to keep us going in the right direction on the straight and narrow. The lady bathers and the battling bathers are on the hardwood. I wish them good luck for the remainder of the season. The season just started. I think the boys might have had 2 games. The girls might have had 3 or 4. So we wish you good luck in this season. Enjoy your winter break. Take the time to rest. Can't let the top down and let the wind blow through your hair, but you could do that if that's what you desire. But indeed, use the time to enjoy yourself, rest, recharge, rejuvenate. Season's greetings, happy holidays, stay safe, stay healthy. We look forward to seeing you back here in January of 2022. Wow, it's already gone this year. Dave said it's the last meeting of the year. Then I hope, yes, I hope this is the last meeting and nothing urgent comes about that we have to, come back and assemble again. But if we do, that's what we do. But it's been a different year. It's been a challenging year. We've crossed several hurdles, but it seems like when we cross a hurdle, there's yet another hurdle in front of us. As long as we keep trudging forward and clearing those hurdles as they come, as we approach them, we can continue to move forward in a positive vein for the students in the Mount Clemens Community School District. So, season's greetings, happy holidays, stay safe, stay healthy. Look forward to seeing you in 2022, fired up and ready to go. Those are my comments. The chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Monk, I believe
I'm
you.
sorry, Mr. Monk. I'm sorry, Mr. Monk. Mr. Monk, comments.
I thought you would let me go for it.
I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're good.
Meeting to adjourn. Move to adjourn.
I thought you were trying to hit that quick as me. I just want to say that there's a lot of uncertainty out there, but, we all as individuals need to just stop, think, woosah, and just take time for yourself. Me being retired, I tell people my biggest decision every day is whether I'm gonna put 1 or 2 creams in my coffee. That's my biggest decision. You know, take that time to enjoy your family. It's nothing like family. Family, you know, you can rely on them. They'll get you through some rough times. And with that being said, I just want to say that my son got married. And I want to say that my daughter is pregnant. So we will be grandparents real soon. So we've been waiting on that for a long time. We was actually already had the house halfway packed up on our way to Arizona, but all that came to a screeching halt when we got a call from our daughter. So that plan is thrown out the window. Don't know when we're going to get to Arizona, but we are looking forward to seeing our grandbaby in the future. I want to thank all the supporters. Just to reiterate with what Ms. Monk said, my wife, if anybody doesn't know. I want to thank all the supporters of the district. And I want to wish every one of my board members a Merry Christmas. You know, we are here to do the business of the community, and we are here to do the business of educating these kids in a public forum. You know, we take a lot of heat. We do a lot of things. You know, we don't get paid for it, but we do it because we love these kids. So I want to wish every one of my board members a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and those are my board comments.
Thank you, Mr. Monk. Dr. McFadden?
I already had my comments. I can go again, though.
No, I'm,
Oh, so moved.
you gonna move the?
Move to adjourn.
Moved by Dr. McFadden.
Like you see, you didn't hear me. I said so moved.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
No.
Jake supported.
Supported by Mr. Reno. That's what the superintendent told me.
Man, we all need
Listen.
a break.
Yeah, we're okay.
It's the plants on the table. That's what's throwing us all off. It's the plants on the table.
It looks nice.
It looks real nice.
Yeah,
It
they
looks
do.
real
Yes,
nice.
they do. Okay. Call the roll, Mr.
I'm Mr. Shepherd. Okay, I'm going to go with Dr. McFadden,
Yes.
Mr. Reno,
Yes.
Ms. Collins,
Yes.
Mr. Monk,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Rickman.
Yes. Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned at 7:04 p.m.